Hey everybody, it's Lee here from Lesson Buddy. Today I'm going to do a demo of how you can use Lesson Buddy during your language lessons. And I'm going to be showing you the different features and how you can really provide a lot of feedback for your students. I'm joined with today by the lovely Marlubi. She's going to be doing a lesson with me. And she's at a very high English level. But that said, we all have little things that we need to work on, and Lesson Buddy is a really good tool to help any student get to the next level. Okay? So what we're going to do first is a great feature of Lesson Buddy is we have a good conversation starter topic. So we're just gonna have like a casual conversation here. So I'm just gonna select one of these sets. Let's do the about yourself one. So I select this. So yeah, like Mar, what's a place you would like to visit?
Santorini in Greece. I would love to go there for sure.
Okay, why would you like to visit Santorini?
I think that the architecture there is gorgeous. Like the way it's
Okay,
built
good.
and how you can see the ocean from all of the little houses is pretty amazing. And also the peace that you feel. I mean, I've never been there, but I feel like the peace you feel waking up in a place like this is really amazing.
Okay, great. So the scenery is spectacular. It's beautiful. You could also say, so good expression is you could say it's very picturesque.
Picturesque.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, picturesque.
Picturesque. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And yeah, so like picturesque, you can see it's like a picture, right?
It's like a picture.
Picturesque. Okay.
Can I also say, like, when people use the expression, it looks like a postal card.
Not a postal card, a postcard.
Okay, postcard. It looks like a postcard. Okay.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Great. And you said Santorini. Are there any other places, let's say maybe in that part of the world, that you would like to visit?
In that part of the world?
Yeah, like in the Mediterranean.
Um, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like in Greece, all like the Greece island, not just there. I
All
think
of the Greek islands.
Greek island, yeah, islands. I think I would totally love to do that. I really love the ocean. So I think
Okay.
that all that part will be an amazing thing to visit.
All that part, or
All that area,
you could say that entire area. So
that
that's
entire. Okay.
so when you're kind of trying to express all of one thing, we use entire. If we're trying to say like everything of a group or many things, we use all, right? Like all of the people, but the entire group. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good. Good to know.
Okay. Makes
Sorry.
sense.
Entire. Yeah, totally. That entire area.
Very good. Okay. Um, so another thing I'll notice, I'm giving some positive feedback as she's like saying things well. I'm giving notes, I'm adding expressions, but I'm also, marking down things that are done well. Positive feedback is really important. Cool. Let's pick another topic. Your life philosophy. Okay, that's a pretty big question.
Yeah, really big. I think I will say that my life philosophy is happiness is a choice.
Hmm.
You just need to choose to be happy. And when you do that, nothing else can take that away from you. Nothing outside yourself can take happiness away from you. That's the way I see life. So I think it's my philosophy of life somehow.
Okay, great. Now, what would you say to someone who thinks like, but you know, like all these other things outside, like okay, like for example, like oh, the weather is pretty miserable today where I'm living. Like, shouldn't
I
that
think
affect my happiness?
no. I think it is about perception.
Oh,
Like
pause. Okay, perception,
perce-
pronunciation.
perce- perception.
Good.
Perception. I believe that when people rely on things that are outside to determine the way they feel, like
Yeah.
weather, or is your neighbor is making a lot of noise,
Good.
or I don't know, things that bother you, it's not actually that what is bothering you, but also something else that is inside of you.
Okay.
Maybe that you are tired of your job, maybe that you don't have a partner, maybe that you are having economical issues. So normally when people pick on things so small
Okay.
as the
Good.
weather or a noise, for
Very
me
good.
it's something bigger than that, and it's not actually that the problem. So I guess that uh, for you to like to be happy even with those things happens, just try to talk to yourself and see what's going on, and don't put it on things that are so small as that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So, just a minor correction. You said economical issues. This is a mistake that English speakers also make. When we're
Okay.
talking about, we generally say economic issues or economic.
Okay. Economic issues.
Yeah, economic issues, not
So,
economical.
so when can I use economical?
Economical means like in terms of like saving, like money. Like this is a more economical way of doing things.
Oh, okay. Like when something is more is cheaper, so it's
Yeah,
economical.
yeah, exactly. Very good.
Okay, got it.
So
That's a
yeah,
new thing. Good.
so yeah,
Thanks.
so yeah, economic issues.
Issues.
And you said that kind of like you don't want to like get upset about small things. So in English, we have an expression, making a mountain out of a molehill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
that's when we make a big deal out of something that's uh, you could say trivial, not important.
And also, well, we have something that we say in Spanish, but also in English, like don't see the glass half empty, but see
Yeah,
it half full.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that
exactly.
it's the same. Like try to always see whatever it's happening, not the way down, but the way up, and things will look completely different.
Yeah, yeah, like that's kind of like yeah, and that's more to describe like optimism versus pessimism, right?
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, good. So I'm just gonna write that note down.
Optimism. Oh, when you use the acronic BS, you should put a point on it of versus.
Yeah, technically you should, although tons
Okay.
of people don't.
No,
And
but I want to know the real thing. Okay, to put the point. That's great to know.
yeah,
BS. Okay,
good. Yeah, so like
pessimism.
that's cool that English and Spanish share that metaphor, like glass half full, glass half empty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
I think it's a good way to see everything that happens in your life.
yeah,
Just focus on the good part of it.
yeah.
It's better.
Okay, awesome. Let's pick another question.
Okay.
Okay, a famous person you would like to meet.
Mm, wow. Mm, mm. I when you ask this, everybody that comes to my mind is already dead, so I cannot meet. So
Okay,
I'm trying to think about somebody who is actually alive. Um, I think, to be honest, I would like to meet the ex-president of Uruguay,
okay,
Pepe Mujica,
okay, cool.
mhm,
And why would you like to meet him?
for his life philosophy, for the
Okay,
way he sees things, and the way he sees
he sees
life
things.
is
Just a minor. He
yeah,
sees things. Make sure to
he
get that.
sees.
Yeah,
Okay, he sees things, and the way he expresses himself, how he talk,
he
um
expresses himself.
expresses,
Yeah,
okay, the S, expresses himself and his belief.
yeah,
I truly think that the way he sees life is something that is admirable. It's amazing. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Good, very good. Um, so
Admirable.
admirable.
Admirable. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
admirable.
intonation thing in English is
Yeah, it's
need
it's
to
a
work on that.
it's kind of like a little bit backwards from Spanish. Like Spanish, they kind of there's more of an emphasis on second syllables, where English it's kind of like more on first. It's yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something I've noticed when I've been like learning Spanish.
Yeah, it's true.
Spanish.
Admirable. Okay.
Admirable. Okay,
Admirable.
and tell me like maybe what are some of like Pepe Mujica's accomplishments?
Well, let's say that when he was a president of Uruguay, one thing that was really shocking for me is the way he saw his job as a president. He never thought that he was above anybody else. For him,
Good.
it was a job. Like he needed to do things for other people. The other people were the bosses, not he.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. The payment that every president receive when you are being a president, because it's
Yeah.
your job, he kind of thought that it was really high, and
Hmm.
he didn't need that amount of money to have a life. So he said, "What are you gonna earn this much money? Like this is just a job." So what
Okay.
he
Pause.
did,
Pause.
uh-huh,
Why?
what
So not why am I going to? Why do I have to earn so much money?
why exactly? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Why do I have to earn so much money? So what he did is that he decided how much do
He
I really need.
decided.
He
He decided.
decided
Good.
um, he was going to use just the amount of money he actually needed to live
Yeah.
his normal life. He lived in a farm. He have a dog. He never let go his simple life, and the rest of the money
What?
that was
Pause. Pause.
destined.
Pause. You're doing great, Mars. So he never let go of.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. He never
He
let go of.
he never let go of his simple life,
Very good.
and the rest of the money that was meant to be part of his payment,
Mhm.
he donated to create schools, to different movements, to invest in the country,
Yeah.
because he thought that the money belongs to the country, not to him. I think that he was an outstanding president,
Yeah.
and his example should be followed for many governments in other countries. It was incredible. So I would love to meet him, like
Very
have a
good.
conversation with him will be just amazing.
Very good. So you said that he was good at, like, he saved money. He didn't spend more than he needed. There's a good expression in that in English. We say he was frugal.
Oh, this is the first time I hear that.
Yeah, frugal.
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 So it means like, yeah, like being,
Resourceful, like
yeah, yeah, it's being resourceful with money, but also
resourceful.
not like kind of like spending too much money. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, one thing that was awesome, people from all around the world
Hmm.
traveled to Uruguay and all the way to his little town just to literally shake hands with this guy. I did like a reportage, like a investigation, like a
You
reportage,
say I did a report.
a report, like in journalism, like a
Yeah, yeah.
report on his life and his job, and I was blown away,
Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Blown away. Very good.
blown away. Yeah, and I saw that a lot of people from Europe, from Asia, just traveled to Uruguay just to see this amazing president in person, and I think that will be a person I will love to meet someday in my life.
I would love to meet.
I would love to meet
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
this is like an imagined thing. That's why we.
Exactly, I will love to meet.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just switch up the decks a little bit. I'm going to just ask kind of like some about your life questions. So these are kind
Okay.
of more relevant to what's going on right now. So
Okay.
recent triumphs. So these are kind of like recent successes for
I
you.
have good one for this.
Okay.
Um, my English, you know, when you know that you speak English, but you have never tasted,
Wait,
uh,
tested?
taste, no, evaluated, get a test,
Yeah, tested it. Tested it.
tasted it,
Yeah.
tasted it.
So
Well,
make
recently,
just a thing on pronunciation. It's not so you want to make sure that you're distinguishing it from tasted. So tasting is like food.
yeah,
Tested. A eh.
tasted it,
Tested.
T-
Tested.
tasted,
Eh.
tasted
Tested.
it,
Tested. Tested.
tasted.
No, you're still saying tasted.
Mm-hmm.
So try eh. Eh sound. Good. Ta.
Tasted,
No. Slow it down. So let's just focus on the first one, okay?
okay,
Tested. Eh.
tasted,
Eh.
uh,
Eh. Ta.
uh, ta,
Test.
test,
Tested.
tested,
Very good.
tested,
Yeah, tested it.
tested it,
Yeah,
tested it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, um, I pushed myself to present the TOEFL test.
Yeah, very good.
I studied for almost 2 months.
Yeah.
And I got a score of 107 out of 120, and I was out of the roof of happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great triumph for me to be able to
Triumph.
score that high.
Triumph. Just not.
Triumph.
Yeah, good. I
Yeah,
know English pronunciation's weird. It's wildly inconsistent.
triumph.
Yeah.
Okay, triumph.
Yeah.
It
Great
felt like
job.
a triumph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You said you said like I was on top of the roof or something like out of the roof, right?
yeah, like when you're extremely happy
Yeah.
about something and really proud of yourself, like out of the roof. I don't know if you
We
use that.
don't we don't use that in English. We'd say like, you know, like, you could say like my happiness was through the roof.
That's what I was trying to say. Okay, through the roof.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Means it was
Yeah,
like super high, right? Like
exactly.
my
Can I
happiness was
say
like,
up to the clouds? No?
yeah. So there's another expression. You could also
My
say like,
happiness was through the roof.
you could
Okay.
also say I was on cloud nine.
Yeah, cloud nine. I know that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was on cloud nine. But yeah, that was a really nice triumph for me. I was proud and still are. So now I
Still
want to get better
am. Still
with
am.
my English
I
because
still
now
am. I still am.
I still am. I still am. And I think now because of that, I want to even get better and better
Yeah.
because it make me feel that
It
my
makes
English
me.
was
It
innate
makes.
makes me
Yeah.
okay, it makes me feel that my English is good and I can improve even more.
Very
So
good.
it was nice.
Yeah. No. Definitely. I mean, I think for you, Mar, it's all about. It's just about refinement at this point. You can express yourself very well, and people can understand you. It's just kind of like the little bits here and there, and I mean,
Pronunciation, I guess a lot of words um I pronounce incorrectly.
incorrectly. Yeah, like, and it's because
Incorrectly.
and this is something I tell all my students. It's like whenever you speak a new language, um, you have to put on a new mouth, right? So like when I'm
Hmm.
speaking English, I have my English mouth. When I speak Spanish, I put on a Spanish mouth because Spanish has completely different sounds and a different way of
That's
speaking. French, same thing. German, every language is different. So like this is something if you're learning a new language, you want to be conscious of at the beginning, right? That it's a different. It's you're speaking in a different way. And then, but I mean, of course, we go back to the language we know and we
yeah.
adopt that with that. And it just takes practice to be able to uh, pronounce things well. Also, important thing is that a lot of people, I've gotten students who talk about accents. Um, accents aren't a big deal. Like accents are fine
Yeah,
as
I
long
don't know
as you
if I will
understand.
be able to take my accent away. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. You don't. And
Yeah.
for other students out there, you don't need to because the most important thing is people can understand you. I mean, if you want to try and get rid of your accent, go for it. But it
I
may
think
not.
it's like part of me, and it feels personal and nice
Yeah,
sometimes. So
yeah,
I kind of enjoy it. I just want to improve the way I pronounce things so it can be better, like
yeah,
grammatically and everything. But I think the accent is part of my personality too.
exactly.
So it's cool.
So when you're saying things, you want to. It's okay to have an accent, but you don't want to say things that throw people off.
Yeah,
Whereas they're
especially
like, oh,
professionally, because I know like in friendly conversations that
yeah,
is not a big deal.
yeah.
But when I'm doing a speech for a client or
Okay,
working,
pause, pause. So just minor. This is a common for like Spanish speakers. So uh, it's when you're pronouncing it's speech, not s speech. It's speech.
yeah, we have the E at the
I know
beginning.
because a lot of Spanish words like escuela.
Yeah,
Yeah,
speech,
yeah. Good,
speech. Yeah, so when I'm giving a speech
good.
for clients or in a professional environment, I want to have a better English, more
Yeah,
academic, more. professional,
Academic.
more
Academic.
academic,
Yeah.
academic, more professional, and with better use of words, like everything. So yeah, that's the reason why.
Very good. Cool. Let's pick another topic. News item you're following.
Big question.
Yeah.
At this moment, to be honest, I'm not following that many news items.
Good.
Coming from a country where news are heartbreaking signs.
Okay, so it's kind of weird. News. We use it as a singular, even though it's because the news is kind of like one singular object. So we say
Okay,
the news is heartbreaking.
is
Yeah.
exactly. So I've been dealing with a lot of news from Venezuela about
Yeah.
so many things for the past 10 years, and
Hmm.
I'm trying to keep myself in a happy place,
Good. Good.
mentally speaking. So I kind of read the news every morning, just highlights, like to see what's going on
Yep.
and to be informed. But following, to be honest, at the moment, I don't think I'm following the news of anything. Maybe the COVID, because we all need to somehow to be
Yep.
able to keep going with our life. And of
Our,
course,
our
everything,
lives. Our lives.
our life. And of course,
Lives.
everything,
Lives.
all the movements that are going on around the world,
Hmm.
because I think it's important that the world is awakening,
Yeah. Very good.
and I like that. I like to read a little bit about how every country it's like awakened in their own situation and speaking out.
Hmm.
That's, I will say, the news I am following at the moment.
Great. So just a pronunciation thing. It's our lives.
Our life with
So
an
so
S.
live. So you kind
Life.
of do like a vibration between like your lips. Our lives.
Our life.
Yeah, it's a little it's tricky because this song doesn't really
Life.
exist in Spanish. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because you use more of a like a b sound, like our lives.
Life.
So it's a
Life.
little bit of teeth too when you're doing
Okay.
it.
Our life.
Yeah,
It
live.
sounds like an F, no?
No, it's not an F sound because
No.
like so there's a difference. So life, fa. So when I do a fa sound, the
Mm-hmm.
air is going through my lips. It's not my lips are not vibrating.
Okay.
Yeah, our yeah, life
Life.
and then live. So when
Okay.
I
Life.
yeah, so
Our life.
yeah, there you go. Our lives.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so
all different.
your
Our
two teeth are
life.
actually on top of your your top teeth are on top of your bottom lip, and that's causing a vibration. Our
Okay. Our
lives.
life. Wow.
Yeah,
I need to work on that one, but
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Just practice. Yeah, and it's
Our life. Life.
our lives.
Life. Life.
And
Our life.
one thing you can do, one thing I tell my students is when you're pronouncing something that's difficult,
Okay.
exaggerate these sounds. So you could do our lives, and then
Our life
was,
was. Okay.
our
Our life.
z.
So,
Yeah,
our
there you go.
life.
Yeah,
Our life.
our lives.
What is the buzz? I
So,
don't.
so why I'm doing it is so a good way to pronounce it is you exaggerate it and then you make it go faster and you shorten it. So if I do v z, I'm getting the sound. Our live z, our live z, our lives.
Our lives. All our
There you
lives.
go.
Or
Yeah,
live. Or
yeah, good.
live. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Good. Good tip. Thanks.
okay, awesome. And I think let's do one more question and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, how are things at work, school, home, whatever you're doing?
Are good. Um, to be honest, right now I'm in summer break, summertime. Just enjoyed it. I'm looking for a new job, so I'm working hard on applications,
Good.
getting papers ready, resume, interviews, and all the process that we go through when we are trying to get a new job.
Yeah.
Meantime, enjoyed in the sun.
Okay. Pause. In the
Meantime,
meantime.
in
In
the
the
meantime, okay. In the meantime, enjoyed in the summer, the sun, and in a very beautiful place right now. So
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
trying to like make a balance between the hard feeling of looking for a new job and the just go with the flow
Yeah. Very
and
good.
enjoy. So
Uh, cool. So you said make a balance. That's grammatically correct, but you could also say I'm just trying to balance. To
okay,
balance like work, balance applications. So balance, let's say, applications and enjoying the summer, right?
yeah, yeah. Trying not to get too stressed out for the first one.
Yeah.
Just do what I have to do without getting myself this negative feeling of pressure of of the process. So,
Yeah, very
but I
good.
think it's working, so I feel good.
Okay, awesome. Well, it's good stuff. So that concludes our lesson. Some other features I'll show of Lesson Buddy. So when you're about to end your lesson, what you can do is, I mean, you can choose to review the stuff that you've covered in the lesson. So, um, for instance, let's say some new expressions like I was on cloud nine. You can just click it and it'll show up. Frugal. And then when you're ready to send the notes, you click this button at the top right. And then you can either, if it's a new student, you just enter them below. Or since I've already taught Mar before, I can just look her up and then I'll just add her and then I'll press end lesson and send notes. And what will happen is she will receive all of the notes that I've basically recorded during the lesson, and she'll be able to review them and study them. And another thing she can do is she can also come to the website, mylessonbuddy.com, and look up the notes and review those too at any time. Okay, so thank you, welcome, thank you for coming to this demo and learning about how to use Lesson Buddy and how it can be used for a lesson. I wish you good luck when you are teaching your own lessons with your own students. Thanks.